How is everybody today? And hello, Joey.
Hello, good evening. How are you, Father Fish?
I'm great. How are you, Joey?
Good. Hello,
Good.
Shoal, and everyone in Shoal, and good evening. Good evening. So I barely just made it in here and hardly said any hellos in the chat. So should we just start verbal hellos from the top?
Absolutely.
All right. You want to do it? You want me to do it?
Well, let's try taking turns. One at a time.
All right. So I'll go from the top. You want to go from the bottom?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to start with David Fellows.
Dave, let's see. Roman Chirac.
Richie.
One Fishy Dude.
Fish and Shrimp by Rich.
Danielle Leva.
Shane T.
David Fellows.
Hans Aquarium.
Stephanie Frederick.
Keller Guppies.
Fresh and salt fishing, Florida.
That's a tough one. Brian Carroll.
David Fellows.
Dennis Lord.
Geek Boy.
Sam Krieger.
Colored Guppies.
And then I have J-Dog.
Jordan Sherman.
Jess Tanks.
And who is this? Sasquatch Productions. Hi, Mom. Is that your boy?
Yep. It is.
Nice.
That's one of my kids. That's Joe.
Nice. Hi, Joe.
So anyway, I stopped with J-Dog.
Yeah, we're there. Bring on.
Okay, Jess Tanks.
Tori Erpenbeck.
Xanadu.
There's Hat Trick Farm. Look at that.
Glassbox Fox.
Gene Campbell.
All right, and I think you just said Tori and Brian. Okay, so I think
wonderful.
I think we're all in here. And then we've had some sneaking on the bottom. We got Tree 77, Sean Pearson, Mr. B, CPDs, Vinoxky Tanks, Petra Man, Joe.
Where are they coming from?
Jason Sear. I think that's everybody so far. Welcome.
Hello. Let's see.
And
let me get my YouTube up here so I can see what's going on the chat.
Far. Welcome. Okay. We're going to listen to
live chat. Jenny Lynn Moreland. Is Jenny Lynn new?
Not brand new. No, you could pass out a wrench to Jenny for sure.
Okay. And I guess we got to give one to Sasquatch.
Well, you do. And then we have Daniel Leva, I think looks new, and Sean Pearson.
Let's see.
And I think those are all right this second, all the new people in here.
Dandy.
And for all you new people, Father Fish likes to give everybody a wrench. You come in once or twice, you get a wrench. And
right.
Just part of being part of the show, part of the group. I think one of the only channels that does that, gives everybody a wrench.
Oh, Maple's doing it. Did you notice that?
Yeah. What does a wrench mean? That means you can drop your link. You can drop other people's links. So, just makes you part of the show. And then if somebody's coming in and being bad, you can block somebody, time them out for a few minutes if they needed to. So if you want to add to that.
No, that's good.
Okay.
It makes you a member of the shoal, a trusted bona fide member of the shoal.
That's right. That's right. Did you get Daniel Leva? He's right in there between Jacob and Jason. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Jason.
Daniel Leva, new to the stream, recommended from Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Welcome, Dad.
So,
right.
So today, your actual last official day in the store, Father Fish. Did you lock it, or you got one more day?
No, we're gonna do one more day.
Okay.
We did have one of our friends showed up today. a woman, Jill is by name, who is just a workaholic, came in and just busted our butts for about 3 hours. So we got a lot done, a lot of cleanup, and it's all cleanup at this stage.
Yeah.
Just trying to sweep the floor and pick up the junk and throw it away.
Yeah.
All of the good stuff is gone. What's left is trash. So we're on
Yeah.
trash now. Well, we got most of it. We're gonna finish it tomorrow. Tomorrow
Okay.
we'll be done and we'll be out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, Holly, you are right. Mods can't block mods, but hopefully we can all behave in here. And if not, Father Fish does have the final the final say.
I will block. I will block. I am.
But
I
you
am
know, all in all, it's a good group, and everybody has a good time. That's
yeah.
really
We've blocked maybe two,
not
two,
very often.
three people
Yeah.
in a year. No more.
Exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
as you all know, the fish fan's pretty cool overall. So all good things. So
And we do set a tone here. We do set a tone. There are those who don't like the tone, but there are
true.
many more who love the tone. So we set a tone.
Right. Hey, Greg, look at the guy. Welcome. Hi, Andy. Welcome. And welcome, Holly. And I think Brienne was in here, but welcome, Brienne. And
Yes.
Red Aquatics. So if anybody does have a question, I haven't, like I said, I barely just rolled in here. I made it out of the barn and showered quickly, and I'm here, and my hair's still soaked. So barely made it in. I don't know if anybody asked a question prior to this.
Roman's got one. I've been noticing it takes a few weeks for fish to reach their full colors once they get them home from the fish store. Is that anyone else's experience? What say you, Shoal? Is that your experience? That it takes a week or two for fish to develop their full color once you get them in?
Hi, Dennis. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that personally. You know, they have to get in, get settled, get used to everything. Lots of times they've been jumbled around a bit. I would say that.
Saying, yeah.
Yeah.
Holly, except the ones that are bad are usually the mods.
Yeah. I mean, if it's yes or no, I'm a yes. If we want to simplify it to yes or no, I'm a yes. Yeah.
Right. Gene Campbell is a yes.
Yes. And yeah, Gene's a yes. Dennis. Oh no, sorry, Dennis is saying hi. I thought I saw somebody else say yes. Oh, Mr. B CPDs said yes. Patrick said it's not common, so we're going to go with a yes. Yeah, I mean, I would say I wouldn't worry about it, that's for sure, because they do have to settle in.
27 likes and 61 online.
Oh, yeah, hit the thumbs up if you can, everybody. Give Father Fish a thumbs up.
Jump on that.
Yeah. Good evening, Patrick and Mr. Manifesto.
Andy W. Hello, Andy.
Hello, George. All right, so Daniel says he's not too much in the world of fish. His wife is the fish girl, and I'm the aquatic plant grower. Well, that's all good too.
Dynamite.
Awesome.
You are in good company, Daniel.
Yeah. Father Fish is a plant lover, and there are many people in here that are into that. Hello, Alan. Welcome.
Alan saying, nice to see the tree blowing in my background. Yeah, we've got, let me show you the view. Some of you haven't seen it. I showed it last night. Let me see if I can clear my wire here. It's all tangled up.
Hi, Lori.
Here we go. Oh, here's my backyard. And what you're looking at is a creek flowing past my backyard. Can you see it?
No, I'm looking at your fish tank and the floor a little bit.
There's a boat going by. See the boat?
Well, we're not seeing it.
You're not seeing it?
No, you're showing us the top of your fish tank. Now we are starting to sort of get, okay, yeah. I can see the
The
creek.
boat's gone now.
I think we missed
There's
the boat.
creek. Missed the boat. Anyway, there's the creek.
Okay, cool.
We're
There's.
gonna be out.
It's so
And here's
funny.
here's my new fish room. I don't have lights on anything yet.
Oh, you guys
But
just can you slow down? You're like moving. It's like Sasquatch filming.
Like that.
You gotta slow down. The camera's slow. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
and that's great. And tilted. Yeah.
Here's
Okay, slow
a
down.
That's my 18-inch. And over here,
Okay.
this is the
Yeah,
salamander.
go slow.
55.
Making a
Okay.
silly.
You can't see much. This is
Yeah.
one of 429s. There's a Honduran red point right there in the front. See him? Can you see him right there? Is
I-
that turn? He's
There's
not
just-
turning. There it is.
Oh, I see him. Yeah, I see him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah.
Is that one of Andre's? Is that one of Andre's?
Yeah, that's one of Andre's. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And these are little honey gouramis. And there are
Oh,
a bunch of other fish in here.
yeah.
This tank is not clearing up yet.
Okay.
It's another 29.
Mhm.
It's got cichlids and some live bears in it. And then down below are two more tanks. Now you notice these tanks are a total mess. They're a complete disaster. But what they represent is 8 years of aged substrate that I did not break up. They also represent a whole bunch of people coming in, grabbing every plant they possibly could rip out of a tank
Yeah.
and taking them. So I don't have much of the way of plants.
It really
This
messed
is a-
up your tanks. Yeah.
Yeah, this is but they'll get pretty. You'll be able to see them get pretty. This is a 40-gallon breeder.
Okay.
It has some natives in it, and then this is whatever this is. This is the 33 old tank, 10-year-old tank,
Okay.
and it's got some right there. I don't know if you can see these guys in the back. These are the pupfish that are
all right.
busy.
Okay. Yeah.
They're busy spawning, and then there are two more tanks down here, and I have no idea what, if anything, is in them. They're 215s.
Oh, wow.
So there's all that.
So good evening, T-Bone and Tashita, Don. Hey, Don Joe's in here. He's Sasquatch Productions. He's in here too. Good evening, Michelle. And Maple Street, hello. I'm missing people as they're
Maple
coming
Street.
up. Yeah. Well, I was going to comment on the fact that it is dark here.
Well, it's still
in
light
Maine.
here.
Dark. And it's still light down there in Florida. Yeah.
Still light here
Yeah.
in Florida.
It's so funny.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
be for another 15 minutes.
Yep. Good evening, Joshua. Yeah.
Yeah, Maple Street does a lot of wrenches too. That's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
I
but
was
they
on this
just
string
started doing.
right
They just
back.
started doing wrenches a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's such a great. I am so excited about his native fish room. I think it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Really phenomenal. Do
Yeah,
you get
so
alligators? Oh, we do get alligators. Yes, we do get alligators.
I bet
We
you
have
do. Yeah.
Lots of alligators. They're pretty
what
much
question?
everywhere.
I'm trying to go up.
But
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
not.
sometimes
They're
Ross
not.
is in.
The only time they're dangerous is over the next couple of months. That's when they're dangerous because that's when the males are breeding. So they're setting territories and protecting their territories. So
Yeah.
February, March, April. After that, it calms down.
Okay.
So it's not a good time to go out swimming in the ponds and lakes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just the whole thing just scares me. I saw a question. Somebody had a question. They wanted to know if they could put like 3 fish together. And I've lost track of it because there's so many people coming in and saying hello. So I'm just kind of scrolling, looking for. Oh, it was George Vachon. He wants to know: do you think catfish, piranha, and stingrays would all get along?
Catfish,
Piranha,
piranha,
stingrays
stingrays.
would all get along.
Fish, piranha, and stingray. That's
Yeah.
what kind of catfish?
Okay,
Red
what
tail
kind of
catfish, right?
George?
Shovel-nosed catfish. Catfish, piranha, and stingrays.
Stingrays.
Okay, here's where I'm at with that.
Okay.
I
Let's hear
would
it.
not I would not put piranha in with stingrays because stingrays are much too valuable a fish to risk. So I would not risk them.
That is true. Yeah, good point. Expensive fish.
Catfish are going to eat whatever they can. As they get bigger, they will eat all of the piranha, guaranteed. There will be no piranha left if you put like a red tail or a shovel nose or some other catfish that grows, and they all do. There are a few that stay tiny, but they're not likely to be the ones you will wind up with. So, in answer to the question, would I put those three fish together? Not on your life. No, I would not.
I agree, and I don't even keep them, but I know that the stingrays are pretty special, and yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's a fish that can cost $1,000.
right,
Do you
yeah,
really want to? Do you really want to risk a 1995? Risk that for a 1995 little red-tailed catfish?
yeah, yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Good
Daniel
morning.
Lima,
Good morning.
Daniel Lima said he's going to start his own aquatic plant business.
Oh, nice.
Nita, Daniel, where are you located? And are you going to be growing plants or transshipping, or what are you going to do?
Yeah.
And he's jealous. What are you jealous of? You're
So,
starting a plant business.
yeah.
What on earth do you have to be jealous of?
Oh, good evening, Aquatic Nest.
Oh, the creek. Yeah,
John and
it is a cool creek.
yeah.
And all the water in my tanks is from the creek. We'll
Right.
see if we survive.
Yeah.
So far, everybody seems happy. I've got one
Yep.
tank that's not clearing up. The others are. But it's probably because there's a dead fish in there I haven't found. I brought some over that struggled, and I put a couple in that didn't make it. And there's probably a dead fish in there, which is probably why it's cloudy. I've not gone in and swirled things around. I will do so.
Emily's wondering if most of the alligators survived the Arctic freeze in Houston. She said she hasn't seen any since. It might have thinned them out. That's for sure.
Yeah, not likely. They'll just go down deep.
Go down where it's warmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a nice thought that they might have killed some.
Well, they're native. It's a native. It's not likely. It's not likely to be a problem. Jealous of my backyard. It is. Yeah, I just feel so privileged to be here. I rent a room in this house from a 93-year-old gentleman who bought it 40 years ago and needed help to cover the rent. And I found him the very day I got evicted by the city from my home in Father Fish Aquarium. I got on Facebook, and he was the first one that popped up. I called him up. He came over and picked me up in his fancy white Mustang and drove me over to his house, and I just about died. And he has been the most gentle, kind, patient, loving soul I think I've probably ever met. He's just utterly remarkable. So we have a good time.
Yeah. good. Well, Emily likes the gators, so that's good. So I guess I hope they come back for you.
Wow,
And then,
T-bone.
oh yeah,
There you
T-bone.
go.
Price of yep.
Yep, T-bone. It's
You know.
$800 for a stingray.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Daniel says I grow ship all my plants. Nice.
Oh, wow. So where are you located, Daniel?
That's funny, Jeff. Tame if they're not hungry. Okay.
Right.
They're tame if they're not hungry. Okay, that's what we're calling it. Tame if they're not hungry.
Most anything is. I
Oh,
grow
good
ship.
evening. Good evening, Andrew Todd. Good evening.
I guess we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to.
Reno, Nevada. That's where Daniel's from.
We're gonna wrench Daniel here.
Yeah, I think you should.
Absolutely.
Kind of have his own plant business. I mean, you know. Hi,
Really?
Sue Ann. Good evening. Or,
Why
AKA.
for a out? Well, Emily Stevens. Shuffle up into the water if you get close. They do indeed. Alligators are really not troublesome. Crocodiles are another matter, but alligators are not troublesome.
Joe says so I ignore the signs and feed the gators for safety, you know, because he figures they're not hungry. I mean, they're not dangerous if they're not hungry.
Ignore the signs of big gators.
Troublemaker.
Well,
yeah, you can have his Sasquatch, yeah.
Well, he's down here. He knows.
Oh, yeah, he knows.
Right.
So anyway, all right. Are there any? I'm looking for any other questions. I don't really see it. We're all just chit chatting.
Oh, Daniel is in Reno, Nevada.
Yeah, you don't listen to me, but that's okay.
Oh, you said that.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
it's all right. You don't have to listen to me.
I completely tune you out. Right.
I know. That's why I just sit over here and have my own fun.
We'll see your new mug. Check this out.
I know you showed.
Show me your mug.
Okay, well, there's that. Wait a minute. There's that one. And then I have Tom, and then you have
the shop.
The shop. That's cool.
Shop, right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's cool.
So you can get your new mug. New mug. You can get the old mug too, but the new mug. $25 on PayPal. Include your it's Fatherfish. Fatherfish at fatherfish.net on PayPal. And we will send you a mug.
I'll try, Holly. But the problem is I can't just sit here and be quiet because, you know, I gotta just be.
I would fire her if she did.
Hi, Glenn. Good evening, Glenn.
Just sit over there and look pretty, right? Well, pretty.
I can't stop talking. Good evening, Tim.
Pretty just ain't good enough. You got to do more.
Who's going to be talking?
Right. Got to be a chatterbox.
Anyway.
It's got to be.
So if anybody has a question, right. I'm not listening to you. You can tell that.
Right. Neither am I listening to me. When an Amazon store gets too big and starts shading other plants, would it be best to pull it and spit it, propagate, or should I trim off leaves? From Willie.
He said split.
No. My answer is no.
Nuclear fission. Mike, good evening.
I talked about this the other day, I guess yesterday. We talked about my philosophy of plant growth. And my philosophy is to let it grow, to create a climax plant environment in which everything is growing to its maximum. Some plants will defer to others, and others will dominate others. But I think it's best if you just let them go, let them grow, and let them get to the place where they want to be. They will reach a climax growth. That each individual plant will, where it will stop growing. It'll grow to a point and it will stop. It will not grow anymore. It may grow new leaves as old ones die, but it won't get bigger. They don't just keep growing and growing and growing forever. No plant does that. That's not in the nature of plants. They maximize the space and the environment that they are in to their satisfaction based on their needs and what they're trying to achieve vis-a-vis the rest of the forest, like trees in a forest. Exactly the same deal. So let them grow and let them do what they're going to do. They will. There are some plants that will be shaded out, but they will find a way to reach the light. Uh, I think it's one of the real joys of aquariums to watch and see what the plants do. I made a comment yesterday about this that Joey guffawed.
I need to drop down and come back up because we're out of sync. So keep going. I'm going to drop down for opening.
Okay, I said plants are people too. And she laughed. But they are. Now let's see, she wants a link. If I don't give her a link, she won't come back. Here, you have a link, my dear. A link for Joey. We get out of sync and it just turns into a mess. Because we're talking each over. And now she's not coming back. Hey. Anyway, what's all right. So what's going on here? There she is. Lost my mouse again. All right.
All right.
There. Is that better?
I think so.
Okay.
Because I looked at Roman told me we were out of sync, and then I looked at him like he's right. So if that happens again, just throw it in the chat, and I'll drop down again.
Yeah. Let us know.
Okay.
There are people
Good
too.
evening, One Wanderer. Good
Right.
evening. And did you see Nuclear Fish and Mike came in? Good evening.
No, Tam Shepard says that in my plants love being talked to. At the same time, I talk to my fish. Right.
Well.
And then it was such an important thing to say. Tam said it twice.
Well, there you go. I mean, they say houseplants like to get talked to, so maybe aquatic
Absolutely.
plants. Maybe.
Yeah. Wahoo. One Wanderer. Hello, One Wanderer.
Or did Daniel ask about that? I'm just looking because Holly said Daniel, he has his starter substrate for sale and get-go.
Plants are very forgiving, that's for sure. Yes, Nuclear fish, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Just like us, we stop growing and then shrink. Well, sort of like. Right.
That's true.
Okay. Stephanie, what is this? Said, I knew one of us would rise to the bait. What? You sort of look like an industrious person. What are you going to do with a free time?
Right. Hello, Nate Henderson.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I've already done. Koresh is now putting storytime videos together. We'll see how much he's able to do. We did one today on snails and other little buggers in your tank.
Nice.
Remember the conversation we had the other day about all the little things in your tank? Well, he pulled that out and made story time out of it. So that is posted.
That's cool.
And we'll see how many he does. I've challenged him to do one a day. And before you ask, yes, he is being paid for this. I am sharing the YouTube wealth with several people, in fact, some of whom will go unknown because they wish it that way.
Well, not me, and I want that to be known.
She is very, very clear about that. And yes,
Yeah. Good evening, Zachary, and welcome.
best
And
stuff you're able to get away with is giving her flowers for Valentine's.
yeah, that's it.
Right.
Good evening here, Fishy.
She'd bite my head off if I did more.
Yeah, and good evening. Well, it's not evening. What is it, Lee Wilcox? Like the middle of the
Depends
night?
where you are. It's middle of the night, Lee.
Yeah, isn't it middle of the night, Lee Wilcox? But it is for T-Bone and probably Hans and a bunch of other people. They're here in middle of the night or early in the morning.
No, it's tomorrow.
Thank
It
you for
is
coming
tomorrow.
in. Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Tom Shepard. Oh, Tom Shepard. Should I attach banana plants?
Tam, I know you like to call her Tom. I'm going to give you a hard time. Tam. Tam, also AKA Tom. Go ahead.
Tam Shepard. Tam. Dear Tam. Dear Tam. Should I attach banana plants? See, now I can't read it because it jumped away.
Sorry, because you're laughing. Yeah, hi, Willie back.
Set them on top of the substrate. Set them on top of the substrate. They will not float. They will sink. And they will send roots out of the very end of the banana. They will send a root out, and it will go down into the substrate, and then they'll begin growing. So yeah, just let them float. Let them float around on the bottom. They'll find a nice. You can push them in a little bit. You know, just like a little bit. A little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
A little bit. Are you closing your shop? Daniel says. No, I'm not, Daniel. My shop is closed. Yeah. It is done, finished, gone, ended, over. It is no more. It is not there.
Hello,
if you're looking for it, you will not find it because it is closed permanently.
Good. Yeah. Good night, David Fellows. Thanks for coming in. Yeah. Closed. And then
does algae reach a point and die?
Yeah, I was just going to say, there's a question, or should he clean the front of the tank?
Well, yes, you should clean the front of the tank. That unless, of course, you don't want to stay in. If you don't want to stay in the tank, then don't
let it grow.
No, just let it go.
But it won't die.
You want to stay in it, you can clean it, right? And does it die? What was the word? Does it reach a point and die? Everything reaches a point and dies. Does it reach a point and die?
But not when you want it to.
Yeah, really. Here's the point. The point is when the other plants in your tank, the higher order plants, are able to consume all of the available nutrients, then the algae will die. Until then, it will thrive because all the other plants in the tank are not able to consume all or most or even a great deal of the available nutrients.
Good evening, One Dirty Platy. And
One Dirty Platy.
I don't hate algae. I don't. But I like to see in my tank, so I keep the front glass clean, and then I let the rest of it do whatever.
Yeah, I do that too. Yeah. One Dirty Platy was on Discord earlier.
Oh, yeah? Haven't seen you for a while. Good
Having a good time. You haven't been around a while. Nice to see you back with us, One Dirty Platy.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, Emily said she just placed an order for your soil supplement on Gecko, so that's cool. And yes, he does still have that on there.
You'll get that this week.
I mean, after the dirt settles in your tank, right? No, you'll be ordering plants and you'll be selling online. You'll be selling plants in your supplement.
Yeah, you bet.
Unlimited fish. So just hang with him. He'll get back to selling a few things online. Well, yes, One Dirty Platy. Thank you.
Chevy Fish is here. Hello, Chevy Fish.
When did Chevy Fish show up? I didn't see her.
Zachary Redgrave asking me if I'm going to miss my shop. I don't know if I'll miss it, Zachary. I just gave Zachary a wrench for his astute question.
Hey.
I don't know if I'll miss it. I don't think I'll miss it in the sense of longing for it, because I'm long since unlonged for it. I've been wanting to get out of it for some years now. So it finally, my problem was I did not want to do exactly what I wound up doing, which was liquidating.
Yeah.
I wanted to sell it off as a set piece, as a shop. And it turned out it just didn't make sense to do that. It was going to be too complicated. So I did not do that. So I sold onesie twosie. And I spent 28 days doing it. And I'm down to the point now where there are a bunch of buckets of rocks sitting outside the shop. I pulled up today and there were people rummaging through my rocks. And I said, "Ho there! Who rummages through my rocks?" And they said, "Oh, we were just finding a pretty rock to take." And I said, "I sell those rocks. They are sold to someone. Or will be. Or want to be." And they said, "Oh, no, we're not stealing your rocks." And they put them back. And then Andy got out of the van and went over and made nice and gave them each a rock as I pulled away. So yeah, I'm not happy about all this, but it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Hey, Joe says you have a nice beard, Father Fish.
Said what?
Likes your beard. Said you had a good beard.
Well, that's my beard. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's kind of messy. Beautiful Daniel.
Thank you. Oh, I don't know. Holly says she enjoys seeing you in the chat, Father Fish, and spreading all of your wisdom.
Daniel wanted to visit and pick my brain. My brain will still be available for picking here, there, and elsewhere.
Right now.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Brain picking time.
You can ask any question you want.
Yeah, really. Might
Is
even.
Chevy Fish really in here?
I haven't seen her, but
Okay,
you.
everybody's talking to her, and I haven't seen her, and I'm like, did I block her or something? I do not see Chevy Fish. I mean, if you are here, Chevy Fish, welcome, but.
She is a lurker. Chevy is a lurker.
Okay. I just was like, am I missing her? And then I was like, oh no, I didn't block her, did I? Good evening, New England Endler.
That is Lord. Hello. Ooh, yeah. New England Endler.
Okay.
Stealing rocks, right.
Got it. No, I can understand, like you said, having to give up some of your stuff. But you said you did keep some things and you put them in a storage unit, right? So you were able to keep.
I've got, yeah. Well, I decided not to keep anything. But there were one or two things that I was obliged to put in storage until I could haul it out and use it. Excuse me. So I rented a 20 by 20 storage bay. And Chase told me yesterday there's no more room in it.
Okay. So it is full, you know.
So,
yeah.
I saved 2 or 3 things. And my room and the house here are glutted, I say, with stuff. Mm-hmm. It's dribbling out the door into the yard. My neighbors were asking about it. Cleanup crew for Mbuna Cichlid.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a good one.
That's a tough one.
It is a tough one. Cleanup crew for Mbuna Cichlid. Well, you can certainly do my word. You can certainly do Plecostomus.
Right. What about do you think Pictus cats could,
Pictus cats, yeah, Synodontis.
Synodontis could survive with them? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a native cat.
Yeah, so but I wouldn't put much else in with them because they can be nasty.
Snails.
Yeah, but they eat snails.
Well, not all
But
of
they
them.
don't eat them. They just pick at them. You know what I mean? I
Well,
tried snails in with them and it didn't work. Maybe, I mean, try them. But they just aggravated them.
I don't know. Lee says he wishes he was in Brazil right now. Why in the world is that?
Yeah, what's going on in Brazil that we don't know about?
Last I called Elvis on Discord.
What's awesome in Brazil?
Yes, he was. As were you. I saw you there one dirty. I saw you there. Hmm?
Yeah, rainbow sharks will pick at hair algae and can go with some embluements. Okay. I
Yeah,
mean, you
that's
know,
yeah. Red tails,
yeah,
loaches, clown loaches.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
probably
mean,
not any of the other loaches, like weather loaches. I wouldn't put a coolie in because they don't get big enough.
no, but like a yo-yo loach or yeah.
Yo-yo or coolie, yeah.
Yeah, some of it's just trial and error. You just gotta, I mean, because if I say it works for me, it isn't necessarily going to work for you. You just have to try it.
You're absolutely right. My goal is to have it all out in 6 months. We'll see.
Okay, yeah.
Mm.
I don't know what they're talking about. Something about flake food or something. I don't know. So anyway. So you're saying your goal is to have the storage unit cleaned out in 6 months? Is that your goal?
Yeah, that's my goal. Well, I'm paying $130 a month for it.
Yeah.
So anything beyond that, it's a net loss. And I only get stuff I really want to keep. I didn't put stuff in there that is actual storage. You know, the stuff I want to store. It's all stuff I need to use or have. So I'll get it worked out.
Stuff that you'll use for your fish room or your extended fish room.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. You know, I'm really satisfied with what I've got here, and it's more than adequate to meet my immediate needs. I have the option of putting a greenhouse up and filling that with tanks, but I really don't think I want to do that. I think I want to maintain what I've got here and find ways to make it enjoyable and interesting and successful, and just try not to go beyond this.
Well, there's probably something for that. Yeah.
If I do that, it's a whole other venture, and I just got out of that. I don't need to go back into it.
Exactly. So yeah, I see your point. I get what you're talking
I'm dirty flatty talking about green lasers.
Yeah, they got some green lasers.
I've been thinking about quarries too.
Yeah.
There are a lot of really neat new quarries being discovered and being brought into the hobby. And some of them are right pricey. But I was thinking I may very well do that.
Oh, here Fishy says, I just got celestial pearl danios and every morning a couple are dead.
It probably has to do with where you got them. Okay. It's likely that they came in badly stressed. Because pearl danios are pretty hardy, as are all danios. So if you're losing them, it's likely not your fault. It's likely the way they were handled. If you like them, and they are wonderful, try to get them from another source. I'll see if I can get some in. They've been Andre spread them for a long time. I think he was talking about getting into it again.
Yeah.
So I'll see if he has some. I'll see if I can get some locally bred ones. They'll be much hardier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that is too bad. Falcon refund. You hit the door, yeah, with your 29-gallon, and then you had to go out and buy another one. Yeah,
And
that's not.
refund, right? Yeah, that's the way that works, isn't it?
But you were talking about those Corys, and I don't really keep Corys. Truthfully, I have one tank that has a couple in them. But if I was going to buy some, I I haven't seen any in person, but the black ones seem
Yeah,
pretty cool to me.
yeah. There are some with really astounding color patterns.
Yeah, I've seen a lot, but I don't know. I just feel like the black ones seem kind of.
A Roman, yes, I'm going to do outdoor tubs. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, is that going to be your first dirted tank, Falcon refund? Well, good luck with that.
Nice.
Yeah, should be fun. Oh, Mr. BCBD said he's working on selling his CBDs online. So there you go. Hi, fishing tanked it. Good evening.
Oh, I ain't fishing. Hello, hello.
How are you? Gene Campbell says, Danny Wesh, my yo-yos are troublemakers. They ate all my female bettas.
Oh no.
They worked on my blue panda guppies. Wow. Hello, Schwans.
Goes,
Good evening. Good evening, Tony P.
yeah,
Um,
loaches are a very dynamic fish. All the loaches, and they're on the prowl all the time. You do need to be somewhat careful.
Sorry, I quickly read Fish and Tank Extinct. He says I'm out ripping and running. I thought he said I'm out nipping. Like you're out drinking. Oh, sorry, I just read that wrong.
Color Guppies is breeding the black Schultzel and gold laser. Yeah,
Who
I'm
is?
thinking
Oh, is that
about
what they call them? Okay, I didn't know that. I just think
Schultzel.
they're,
Yeah,
like I said, I've seen a few videos and stuff, and they just seem really pretty. I mean, I like black and white fish, so it's like, ooh, those, black.
yeah. The pygmies, the Hybrosas. There are two or three pygmy species that are real neat.
Sue, Father Fish, can you post your email? Sue Ann asking for you to post your email.
Yeah.
And then Danny Wesh has just found some Habrosis corridors, perfect snag for my 5-gallon beginner first tank. I set up for a video. Cool.
Hey,
That's,
Mary Page. Hello, hello.
oh, hi,
Nice.
Mary. Good evening. Oh, Mary's got it. She just posted
Yeah, thank you, Mary.
your your email. Thank you, Mary.
Last Fox. Hello, hello.
Python. Good evening. And Amar. Good
Master
evening.
Python are celestial Perganios, the same as Galaxy Rasboras. I'm going to say no, right. They're not a Rasbora.
They're not a Rasbora. Right.
Perganio is not a Rasbora.
Right.
There is a Galaxy Danio. I've seen Danios called Galaxy Danios, I think. And that's the same thing, but not the Rasbora.
Right.
If you find any new life in your tank with creek water, other than pond snails, check natural water parameters. No, I still haven't checked the parameters. I haven't been able to dig out my measuring devices.
Yeah.
And I pulled water in, did not pull anything from the bottom. So I don't think I got much other than water. And I've noticed in a couple of tanks, it's clearing up.
Oh, Tony P says CBDs were formerly named Galaxy Rasbora, and then Tori says they are the same people used to think they were Rasboras and then realized they're Danios. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yep.
Knew there was something.
Something
Right.
like that. But anyway, okay. So I don't think I see any other questions.
Master Python. How we doing time-wise?
Well, we're just like, we got like 8 minutes left. That's why I was looking to see if there were any other questions there. How much green water algae is too much?
How much green water algae is too much? My salamanders are in pea green water. It's beginning to clear up, and it will clear up because I don't have any light on it. It depends on what you want. I mean, the green water is not dangerous. It's just another plant living in your tank. I mean, that's all in the world it is. It's a plant living in your tank that's absorbing available nutrition. So you obviously, if you got it and it's thick, that means there's a lot of food in there that it really likes. So count your blessings that it's in there, because otherwise you'd have a foul, stinky, polluted mess on your hands. So there.
Right. Falconry Fund says, Father Fish, I'm thinking of putting guppies in my dirty tank. Never had a guppy in my life. I've got a ton of plants in the dirty tank. Overnight had 1 ppm ammonia. I have cycled media and good bacteria.
Go for it. Just do it, Falconry Fund. You'll love them. Now, we've a cautionary tale with guppies. Get the nicest ones you can, and don't mix them with everything else. If they start dying, try to make sure you've got some pregnant females that are having babies, because the babies will survive. Guppies are notorious for particularly really nice guppies, notorious for not surviving transition. So when you buy them, make sure you buy pregnant females, because you want to have babies right away. The babies will survive and they'll be fine. Jackie Pierce.
Well, to say, I just saw a question, but was that the one they took away?
Habrosis, Tori, 5 CPDs.
No, it was a different one I saw, but go ahead.
You know, just wonder, what you can do with them. What I would add is some live bears, little ones, maybe guppies, something small. If you can get some little Formosa, that would be a nice fish in there.
Yeah. Tim Shepard says, I bought a plant today that they call Thor's Hammer. Never had seen it. It's a type of Java fern. I would assume it acts the same. I've never heard of that. Have you, Father Fish? Thor's Hammer?
No.
No. I don't know. I guess I would do. Yeah, I would assume the same, Tim. And Mary says we're excited today. The 29-gallon I set up for my daughter. We had our first batch of fry from the Platies, and my children had never seen babies before.
They love their
parent. Yeah, nice, awesome.
Yeah.
There was a question. Somebody must retract it. Well, anyway, okay, whatever. I'll just look for something else. I was like, I thought it was an interesting question.
Where is my wife? My wife. Where is my wife? There it is. Loves her gut. Daniel.
Right. Yeah, because Daniel was saying how he does the plants and she does mostly the fish. So, here it is. Will hillstream loach survive high temps needed to kill ick for 5 to 7 days? Oh, they had put ice. That's why they retracted. But I knew what you meant. I knew you meant ick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Won't be a problem.
Oh, here, fishy.
Antifungal treatment. Alder cones, methylene blue. Oh, antifungal. Well, gee. Fungus follows bacteria. Here's my rule about
Right.
fungus. If you have fungus, it's because you have bacteria. The bacteria is killing flesh. Fungus does not kill flesh. Fungus feeds on dead flesh. So if you have fungus, you have dead flesh. How does the dead flesh get there? Bacteria. So you need to control the bacteria, and that will control the fungus. Control the bacteria by keeping, by number one, not overfeeding. Uh, Bacterial problems. Number one cause of bacterial infection is excess nutrition, overfeeding, putting too much food in the tank. I'm going to be having World War III with Kim starting this coming week because she called me up every day, 3 and 4 times a day, complaining that her fish were starving to death and they were going down and they were not going to make it one more day. And I finally just sent Chase over with a can of food.
Yeah.
And gave her a can of food. Yeah, I told her over and over again, the fish will be fine. They're not going to die. So now she's going to kill the fish by overfeeding them. That's what's going to happen. And I've already had one little episode with her that I won't go into. But the next one is going to be about food. And it's going to be,
Yeah.
These fish don't like the kind of food that you buy in a store. They like the little bugs that the natural environment I built into this tank creates. That's what they like to eat. And no, they're not going down, and no, they're not going to die. Not anymore, because he just killed. So I'm going to give you some more fish, Kim, and I defy you to feed those fish. Don't you dare. In fact, I'm taking your food away. And you're going to watch them starve until you realize they're fat and happy. Do this. Let's put her on. We'll get Lee to put her on the poop patrol. Do the poop patrol. Anyway.
So Rich was asking if there was a place to share the pictures. Mary suggested the Discord, but could he also send it to your email if you didn't want to do the Discord and you could share photos? And the other thing is, and I realized tonight, we didn't invite people up today. We forgot all about it, didn't we?
I know, and here we are.
We could always come up and share. I don't know why we forgot about that, but we did. And so normally on Saturday and Sunday nights, he'll invite people. He'll drop the link and invite people up for a few minutes to share a story or a tank, or that's a way you could share as well.
We do that during
all about it. I don't even know.
Happy to do that during the week.
We can do it anytime.
Yeah, particularly if you're having a problem with something, or you're very proud of something and want to show it off. So feel free.
Right.
If you can't catch a link, ask for one, and we'll be happy to post it, and we can bring it up for your 15 minutes of glory.
And let's do this last question, Father Fish, and then we probably should go because it's 7:01. Mike Stamba is asking, Father Fish, what is the best treatment for columnaris?
I was hoping you wouldn't ask.
Sorry.
I was trying to ignore that question.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what, I'm not going to answer it. It's too complicated a question.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, though. Go on Discord and talk to Stephen about it.
Yeah,
Stephen will give you really good advice, and he'll give you the background on it, because it's not a simple, throw this in the tank kind of thing.
Right.
It's a good bit more involved than that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to read Falcon Refund's last little statement there, and then we can do our advice, because it's just interesting. It says, I scrape tilapia fillets once a week with a knife, and the fish love it. I feed frozen brine once a week, and the fish in Fickett's Place.
Okay.
That's omega once a week. Anyway, I'm just like the scraping the tilapia with the knife. The frozen tilapia is awesome. I'm sure the fish do love that. That's cool.
I don't know.
Everybody has a different way.
My tilapia wouldn't love it at all.
Well, yeah, but the other fish would love it. Well, you just have to freeze them first, then they wouldn't notice. No, sorry. Anyway. Anyway, so okay, we should say goodnight because there's other streams going.
Thank you, Mary Page, for out. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here.
And good night, everyone. And I'm glad.
Yeah, let's see. Let us find and play Corrections. I love this song.
Yeah,
it just makes it brings a tear to my eye. Tear to my eye.
Welcome. Goodbye, Jay. Good night, everyone.
Let's see if we can
find... later, Gators. That's right.
Later, Gators. Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, bright and early. We are here.
Great. Didn't come and hit the dirt. I didn't come in here until you're late.
Bye, all. Bye-bye. There she is. Yes, the walk. The rookie. Bye-bye.